guys, welcome to the Arcway Mythic Dungeon video, and this is the map of where to go for it. I'm using the same map as I used in Court of Stars, so the location is the one that doesn't have the cursor near it, so it would be the one on the left. Okay, so for this fight, for the tank, you want to move the boss away from Netherlink and interrupt the overcharge mana as quickly as you can. And dodge the charge bolts. For DPS, if you're targeted by Netherlink, you want to move to the side of the room. If you're targeted by volatile magic, move away from players and dodge the charged bolts. And for the healer, of course, the same stuff as DPS. The tank will take most likely a lot of damage because if the boss gets overcharge, it increases haste and damage by 5%. And also you'll want to focus on players that have the volatile magic debuff as well, because that deals an extreme amount of damage. Okay, so for this boss, for the tank, you want to run away from the boss before the cleansing force ends and try not to get 8 stacks of the Nightwell energy so that you don't get the stun. DPS, if you get targeted with the suppression protocol, run away to drop the missiles away from the other players. And if anyone's targeted by quarantine, you want to try to free them. And run away from the boss during the cleansing force. And move away from orbs. For the healer, if anyone is or has the quarantine, you want to single target heal them until they're freed by a DPS. And then all the other stuff that everyone does, like the running away from orbs and stuff like that. Okay, for this one, for the tank, when the ad pops up, you want to quickly taunt that. And when the boss does the blink strike, you want to move her to the side to avoid the damage. And move the boss away from the pools of nether venom. For DPS, priority is the ads. And stay at a decent range of others, because there's also the tangled web that affects that. And if you're targeted by that web, run away from the other target. And move away for the blink strikes and move out of the venom. For the healer, anyone that's targeted with the tangled web is going to need healing tank's gonna take more damage while the ad's alive, which is why DPS needs to focus on that. And I think that's about it for the healer. And for this boss, for the tank, you want to move the boss away from the Fell and Wake of Shadows pools. And grab the fell bats when they land. Dodge bombardment. And step aside when the boss casts Shadow Slash. For DPS, you want to swap to the fell bats when they land, kill them as soon as you can, move out of fell, and move out of, well, dodge bombardment. And yeah, just move out of everything basically. And for the healer, tank's gonna take probably a lot of damage while that's up, so like always, tank's your main target. Wicked Slam deals a fair amount, and that's about it. Just move out stuff while you're healing. Okay, so for this boss, if you can interrupt, do so. For the tank, you want to move the boss away from the shards, because they do quite a bit of damage, and interrupt Accelerating Blast. And then also interrupt Time Lock in the Banish in Time stage. For DPS, you want to move away from the shards before they, do their damage. And also interrupt for the Accelerating Blast. During the Banish in Time, you want to kill the ads, interrupt Time Block. And if you're targeted by unstable mana, move away from the other players. For the healer, just heal the tank. Yeah, that's about it for the healer. Just heal everyone. Move away from stuff. Banish and Time, I found on my healer it was best to use like instant cast heals. And you can also dispel Time Lock as well. And another thing I will mention is that for the Banish in Time, you want to make it back fairly fast. And really, there's no reason why you shouldn't make it back fairly fast, but if you aren't back within the 2 minutes to engage the boss again, it's a fail. You'll all die. Okay, so I hope that helped you guys out. I realize most of you guys probably left at the beginning because you just wanted to see where the location was, but for those that stuck around for the fights, I hope that that helps you do better in your mythics, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.